ASMR tier list, and in this episode I'm going to be picking up right where we left off. Last video I did a ranking of all of the Child's Play movies. So for this episode I'm going to do all of the Chucky designs, kind of like I did the Halloween movies and then Michael Myers masks. Now I need to make a little note that this is just the design itself. This isn't a Chucky ranking in terms of the performance. Do I like the comedy? Do I like the more serious? How bad the animatronics are? None of that. This is just the look of the Chucky doll. I might go further in depth later and do like the actual Chucky, like just Chucky itself. Kind of like how at some point I plan to do the Michael Myers performances. But right now I'm just sticking to the Chucky designs. I have every single movie as well as the TV shows for seasons 1 and 2. Now, I only ever saw season 1. I haven't done season 2 yet. And I know there's like different versions, like with the facial expressions and stuff, but I'm just going with the base designs. And also, this is just my opinion. I feel like I shouldn't need to say this, but I'm going to say it in every video, because I know I'm inevitably going to piss somebody off, but these are just my opinions. If you don't share those opinions, that's fine. Let me know in the comments what your ranking is, and we can move on about our day. So, if you're unfamiliar, S tier is just the best of the best, untouchable. A tier, really great. B, good. C, average. D, pretty bad. Not the worst, but definitely needs major improvements. And F tier is just atrocious. I'm gonna give a little well, never mind. I have them ranked in order from first to last, so we will start with the original Child's Play Chucky doll design. And this is iconic. It's, when you think of Chucky, a casual fan is going to instantly think of the stitched killer doll look. But this is the OG. Before he turns, this is the original good guy doll. I think I'm going to put it in A tier. I'm going to make this a fluid list that I may change throughout. It's S or A, but okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold that on the back burner. This might get bumped up to A or to S, but for right now, I'm doing A tier. It's a great look. I love the good guy doll look. It's a nice contrast to Killer Chucky. But there's different versions that I might like. I don't know. We'll keep it at A for now. Next up, also from Child's Play 1, this is like when Chucky is alive and you see him move in and he's Charles Lee Ray coming out. So this is just creepy. Right now I'm gonna slap it in B tier. It might go to A, but we'll see. It's more human-like. Like if you compare these side by side, I know it's kind of hard to see because they're so small, but the original Chucky doll is a doll. It's all plastic. There's no movement. It's very friendly looking. Whereas once the Charles Lee Ray starts to come out, it kind of becomes more humanized. He's got like legit eyebrows instead of, the painted on stuff. He's more menacing looking, and it's definitely a lot creepier, which is the point. But it does look a little rough around the edges. I'll keep it in A tier, actually, because it is a nice iconic look, but yeah. Again, this is a fluid list. I may be moving this around. This is definitely S or A, and this is definitely A or B, but I'm not sure yet. We'll just put them in A for now. Next up is the very ending of Child's Play 1, where he gets burnt to... Okay, yeah, spoiler alerts, I guess I shouldn't have to say that, but for this entire thing, where he gets burnt to a crisp by Andy in the fireplace. I love that line, where does he say? He's like, Andy, friends to the end or something like that. And Andy just looks at him and goes, this is the end, friend, or something. Strikes the match. Ah, go Andy. I'm gonna make a nostalgia call, and I'm gonna put this in S tier for the simple fact that this scared the absolute shit out of me as a kid. I've told this story before. Child's Play was the first horror movie I ever saw. I was like 4. I cried at the end. I was so terrified of that burnt Chucky doll. I think he was headless? I can't think now. Yeah. Going, hi, I'm Chucky, wanna play? And like his voice gets all cracked. Oh, terrified me. So, I just have so many good memories with this version of the doll and it looks terrifying when he's walking down the hallway slowly and it pans up and you see his face. Oh my gosh. So yeah, S tier for me. Next up is Child's Play 2. So this is the doll, just the basic good guy doll, and it's pretty similar to the original. There's not much difference. He's a little bit lighter on the face, if that makes any sense. It almost has more of a silicone feel than a plastic feel. And I don't know which one I like better. They're so similar that it's really hard to tell. I might give the edge to Child's Play 2 just a bit. And just based on these pictures, I'd almost have to go back and rewatch the movie to really tell. But yeah, I think I'll give the edge to Child's Play 2 just a little bit. Now, the killer version of Chucky in Child's Play 2, comparison to the original, I don't think is as good. It's definitely not bad, but there's just something more real and menacing about the original. The thing with the original movie is a lot of the times you're not seeing Chucky move. It's either a little person in a costume for like the overhead shots, or you just see quick glimpses of him, but when you do, boy is he creepy. I think I had to put the Child's Play 2 version down in B tier. Now, we got 2 more for the end of Child's Play 2, and this is when he is in the factory, and he gets like stuck in the machine, and he has to rip his hand off and put a knife in it, and this I like better. He's all messed up, he's got the dirt on his face, he's got the makeshift knife hand, and he just looks dirty and grimy, and it is more scary. And I really like this version. It's either a high B or a low A, and I'm gonna put it in a low A, I feel. And then for the very, very end, when he gets burnt with all the molten hot plastic, I believe, where he's just a ooey gooey mess, I also really like this version. It is also creepy, and it's a nice surprise jump scare that you're not really expecting. And so I'm gonna put that in A tier as well. Just below. Yeah, below the hand. This definitely still takes the cake for creepy factor for me. I know this is very top heavy, but we will have some lower ones in the future, don't worry about that. Now for Child's Play 3. While this is one of my favorite movies in the franchise, the Chucky doll design isn't the best. The good guy doll itself, I mean, it's pretty similar to 1 and 2, but it has that plastic feel that 1 had, but it's a little more rough. His eyelids are kind of closed. He looks a little, I don't know. It's not a bad design by any means, but as far as original good guy dolls, again, I'd almost have to go back and watch these movies because it's saw some last Halloween. I don't even remember. It's either been like half a year or a year and a half. I think I'd put it in a very... Well, no, I think it's still A tier, because I mean, it's similar enough. But I feel like... I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna Google Child's Play 3 doll real quick. Because now I need to know. Okay, yeah, I just did a little bit of research, and it's definitely not as good as the first two. It is a little dirty, kind of scuffed up, and not as good as far as the Good Guy dolls. I'm gonna bump it in a very high B. Very high B. Definitely better than this, but, yeah. Now for the killer variant of this. This is probably the lowest of the bunch. I don't think it's C, though. It's at least B. But I think I do like the Child's Play 2 version a bit better. This one, again, it has that same dirty, grimy feel. And they made his pupils a lot smaller, which I think they did in the second as well, but there's just something off about it. It's not bad by any means, I still like it. It's a very creepy version of Chucky, but it doesn't feel right. I don't know how to explain it. And this, I mean, you gotta realize too, they're still messing with the animatronics and trying to get everything down. It's not like Bride and Seed of Chucky where it was like amazing, you know? But still like it. Now for the very end of Child's Play 3 where he gets his face destroyed by the wind turbine thing on the carnival ride, which leads us to the iconic stitched look. I really like this version. And I love that part of the movie, the ending. I think it's so creepy. I feel like I can't put it ahead of the Good Guy doll designs. And I don't think I could justifiably put it ahead. Maybe I can. Can I put it ahead of Killer Doll Chucky from the original? I'm going to. There's something that's so grotesque and real looking about that, because you're thinking of Chucky, he's just a doll, but you forget he's still human. And when his whole face gets sliced off and you don't see metal and plastic inside, you see flesh and bones and teeth and an eyeball, and it's like, oh, the shock factor. So I really love that design. It's similar to in 2 and 1 where he gets melted and burned, but it didn't have quite the effect and nostalgia as the first one that it did. But it's also a lot more grotesque than the second ending, so yeah. Now, on to The Kingpin, one of my favorite horror movies, and easily, spoiler alert, my favorite Chucky design, the Bride of Chucky stitched look. It's never gonna get better than this. I mean, it's S tier and it's all the way at the top. This is the pinnacle of Chucky. It's very rare that in an iconic horror, specifically slasher franchise, that the most iconic and beloved one of the bunch is the fourth movie. A lot of the times, by the time that the fourth comes along, people are like, okay, this is going downhill. Not with Chucky. That comes with the fifth movie. But 1 is a classic that's beloved. 2, a lot of people say it's a better movie overall with better story. You see Chucky more. 3 splits people's opinions, I think. For the most part, still a solid movie though. But 4, Bride of Chucky. This is what people think of, the casual fan, when they think of Chucky, and I love it. The movie, which this is just a design ranking, but the design is just, oh, chef's kiss. It's just so creepy. That stitching, the shadowing of his eyes, the silicone. judging by how he moves either, so I'm just going by the look, but it is the perfect design. Now, Seed of Chucky. It's essentially just the same thing, but it is slightly different. It's a lot more clean. The Bride of Chucky is a little more, not dirty or grimy, kind of like how the Child's Play 3 design is. It's just more dark. I don't know. I can't explain it. You just have to compare them side by side, and when you do, I think there are some slight differences. It's still S tier because it's Stitch Chucky, but it is a bit more polished, I guess is the word I'm looking for, and it's why it gets a little bit of a lower ranking. Now, for the Cult of Chucky Good Guy Doll design, I don't love this. I don't like, if you compare it to the original two, they opened up his mouth, they made his eyes a lot bigger, his nose is different, it's just like a different face overall. Even if you go to Child's Play 3, it's just not the same. I don't know, it's not bad, but it's not great. And it almost reminds me of a baby doll, in a way. And I don't know, I think for me it's either C tier or a low B. But I think I'll keep it in a low B. Maybe. Yeah. The original Good Guy dolls themselves, it's a little bit unfair because they're not supposed to move, they're just a doll. So that's why you see they tend to be a bit higher than their killer counterparts. Like here is the original, and then the Good Guy doll. Here is 2, and then the Good Guy doll. Here is 3, and then it's 3, and then the Good Guy doll. So it's a little bit unfair. But this one, I don't know. There's just something that I don't love about it. I realistically could put it right here, though. And I think I might. I think I'm going to keep it there. Now for the killer variant of the Curse of Chucky. Again, I'm not crazy about this. It doesn't... There's something about his face that I don't like. I'm not crazy about the hair either. And I'm gonna put it, I think, in a very high C. I don't know. Now, spoiler alert again, at the end of the movie, it's revealed that that is just makeup. And once it gets peeled off, we get this stitched Chucky look. So you know where that's going, and that's S tier. Although I'm gonna put it a bit below the burnt Chucky because it is, again, a little bit different. The stitching doesn't match perfectly. You can see here the scar on his head doesn't go all the way up. And there's just some slight differences, and again, it feels a bit more clean and polished. I know it would make sense to just do that, but for some reason my heart is telling me to do that. Still love it though, still a kick-ass design. Now, for Cult of Chucky. This one I like a bit more than Curse. They kind of closed his mouth a bit. And they... Actually, do I like it more now that I'm looking at it? I'm not sure that I do. It's not terrible, but it's not great. I like the mouth better, but I don't think I like the eyes better. You know what? I'm gonna do some more research real quick, and I'm just gonna Google to figure this out. Yeah, okay. So the more research that I just did, I definitely like it better than than Curse of Chucky, and in fact, I'm bumping the Curse of Chucky doll generally down to a high C, and I'm actually might put the killer variant ahead of it. There's just something. Again, it does doesn't look right. He looks a little weird to me. While I love the movie, I'm not crazy about the doll design, so... Or no, wait, so that's... Yeah, so this is Cult of Chucky, and then this is the Curse of Chucky's. Okay, now the Cult of Chucky actual killer doll, I actually like. It's not bad at all. It's a pretty well done design, and I think I would put it in a very high B above the Child's Play 3, regular doll. It definitely has a good look. It is different in the rare case where I think the killer doll is better than the good guy doll in terms of design wise. And then, now this is where it gets bad. This shaved head, first of all, I don't like the Cult of Chucky movie at all, but this shaved head Chucky, no, F tier, dumb, get it out. The fact that it was all comedy, why? I don't like it. It was a dumb decision, not great. Now, the other two versions of the cult, where he's got this, which one was this? I think this is the Drill Chucky. This is actually kind of cool. His hair is all disheveled, and it's similar to the, original design here, but more crazy and madmanish. So I'm gonna put that. I'm actually gonna put this in A tier because it does give off that menacing, creepy vibe. It's very similar to the Child's Play 2 knife type of deal, and I might bump it up to there for now. We'll see. I'm gonna make this a fluid list. Now this is the Melted Hand Chucky. Again, it's pretty much just a base Chucky, but the design is a bit different in all of their faces. And I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I might end up just putting it in a high C, low B. I'll do high C for now. And now this. This is my favorite part of Cult of Chucky. It's the one redeeming factor about this movie is the severed head that Andy has kept as his torture object. He's blown it off with a shotgun. He's stitched it up with chains. He's put a nail gun through it. He's burned it with a blowtorch. And it's just a badass design. It is the stitched Chucky that we all know and love from Bride to Seed and onward, but just mutilated, and it looks so dope. I'm gonna put it second, right below the Bride of Chucky version, because I really, really, really like that design. Now, buddy, while I like the movie, the doll design is not good in the Child's Play 2019. Theoretically, this shouldn't even be on the list because it is a Child's Play movie, but it's not connected to the others. And he's technically not a Chucky doll, he's a Buddy doll. But semantics, I'm gonna keep it in. I don't like it. I think it should have been totally reworked and redesigned, and it's F tier. Now, when he turns demonic and he's got the red eyes, it's a little better. There's some redeeming qualities about it, and he does look pretty creepy. So I'm gonna put it in D tier, but yeah. Now, for the TV show Season 1, Good Guy Doll is very, very good, and actually, this is like very similar. They took it back to the original look. If you look at this, this is Child's Play 2, this is Child's Play 1, and this is Chucky's Season 1. Very close. And I'm just gonna put it right there up there with them, because it is definitely a nice look. I wasn't totally crazy about the TV show, but it's an okay show. Now the Killer Doll variant is okay. It's definitely above the Cult of Chucky melted hand thing. I feel like it's probably above Child's Play 3. And Cult Good Guy Doll. And maybe Child's Play 2. But I think that's about where I keep it. Now, this was only for one episode where he went trick-or-treating and put on a Hello Kitty mask. I almost didn't include this, but I thought, why not? It's part of it. I don't know. I just think it's kind of dumb. It's not awful, but it's definitely better than the Buddy doll, but I'm gonna put it in D tier. I don't know. There's something about Chucky wearing a Hello Kitty mask that rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. Could it be C tier? I mean, I don't even know if I should include this, honestly, but I'll put it in D tier. Why not? Now, I think this might be towards the end of Season 1. I forget, but he gets kind of, like, burned and mutilated, which, again, is almost a callback to Child's Play 3, where he gets kind of cut in half and everything. Or even Child's Play 1, where he gets burned. And I do like this. This looks really cool. It's probably going to go in A tier. Just below there, I think. This is definitely a top-heavy list, but... And then for Season 2, again, I have not watched, so I just went off of the screenshots and brief snippets that I've seen. But the design is pretty good. I do like it. It is pretty similar to the original, but I don't think it's quite as good. And I would probably put it in a low A. I'll do it the lowest A. Again, this is a little unfair because I haven't seen this yet, so I'm going based off of just like very brief stuff. And then for the killer variant, I remember not being too crazy about the snippets that I've seen, but it's not bad. It's gonna be below these. I think it might be above Season 1, though. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing. So we'll just keep it there. Okay, now I need to go through and review all of this. F tier, yeah, sorry buddy, and Buzzcut, gotta go. D tier, Killer Buddy's a little bit better. And the Hello Kitty mask, I don't know. It is kind of, you know what, I'll bump it up to C, because it is a little funny. It doesn't feel right, but I don't hate it. Curse of Chucky, normal doll, I remember not loving. And then the baby doll face. In fact, I'm going to bump that down below, because I just didn't love that either. And then Cult of Chucky, this version of the doll wasn't the best, and all he's got is like a melted hand or something. It's not anything special. And then Child's Play 3, that is probably one of the more rougher versions, but I still like the, you know what, I'm gonna put that above Cult of Chucky doll, though. And I'm gonna bump that down to C tier, I think. Because if I'm comparing this on a good guy doll scale, I gotta be a little bit fair. And then Child's Play 2, just above 3. And then the Chucky is Season 1s and 2s. I think this is 2, this is 1. Pretty much interchangeable, but they're okay. Not the best, but they are more polished than the 1 or the 2 and 3 season looks or movie looks. The 3 Good Guy doll I do like a bit better. It's kind of dirty and grimy. And then I do, as much as I don't like the movie, I do like the design for the Killer Doll and Cult of Chucky. And then the season so the season 2 Good Guy doll. Again, I'm only going based off of like a photo and a scene, but from what I've seen, it's not bad. I do like it. We got Melted Man, and then no, because the knife is really cool. I'll keep that above. This is very similar to the knife, but for nostalgia, I'm gonna put that ahead. And then something about this crazed maniac, dirty, fringed-haired Chucky from Cult, I really did like. They're all very close. This group. The original Killer Doll, it's gotta be right there. I do love the ending for Child's Play 3. That look is amazing. And then the original Good Guy dolls, 2 and 1. I think I might put 1 ahead of 2. I don't know, it's very hard. And then the TV show. The TV show might actually go ahead of 2 because they do this very well. That's the one thing I will give it. I don't know. These 3 are all kind of interchangeable because they're pretty much the same thing. And then for S tier, we got the Curse of Chucky stitched look, which I'm biased towards the stitched look, and they do it pretty damn well. You know, it is a bit. I might bump it down to A because it is a little bit different. Let me go look it up. I know I've done this a lot, but I need to go do research. Yeah, as I'm looking at it, it definitely is not as good as these. And honestly, I'm gonna bump it below these original Good Guy dolls. There's something not perfect about it that makes it a little. It's still a great looking doll, but I think I'll put it below the best of the Good Guy dolls. And then you got Burnt Chucky at the end of the original, Seed of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Severed Head, and the Kingpin, Bride of Chucky. So I'm gonna do one last little look through and see if this, I'm gonna move that down there. If this all looks good to me, might move that there. Maybe, yeah, because that is creepy. The Curse of Chucky doll is creepy. This looks just about right. And yeah, I think we're good. This is a very hard one to do, again, because he moves and the animatronics do play a lot into that, but I'm trying to avoid that, so it's a very, very, very hard ranking to make. But I think that's it. So, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more content like this. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the